in a hierarchical... I knew I was going to struggle on that. Dishonored is a game with so many details and layers that it's like a Russian doll made of onions. There are so many cool things that I can't really go into detail about them all because either it would make no sense out of context or because it's a massive spoiler. Because Dishonored Definitive Edition is out now, which comes with all the DLC, I've compiled a list of the coolest things about Dishonored. Warning, you may learn things along the way. Let's start with the lighthearted stuff first. Like most games, it's perfectly possible to get a game over if you mess up. For whatever reason though, the developers decided to add an extra one in. Amongst all the murder, gore and plague, there's a strange little tableau you can stumble across on your killing spree. A man peeking through a keyhole. You question him about it, he sheepishly apologises, and then you can check it out for yourself. Really, Corvo? If that's not enough for you, open the door and chat to the poor lass inside who's presumably just trying to wash her pits in peace. And if you've still not pushed the boundaries enough, try and hop in the tub with her and get slapped with a game over screen. Serves you right, creep. Now no one's going to avenge the Empress's death, all because you couldn't keep it in your codpiece. The cast is another impressive thing about Dishonored. I could list the names of the actors and actresses, but it's much more fun to tell you who they are by their most well-known characters. So you've got Cersei Lannister, Roger Sterling, Hit Girl, Princess Leia, Mr. Blonde, Stan and Cartman's mum, it's the same lady, Wormtongue and Louise from Thelma and Louise. Presumably not playing those characters though. I mentioned this before in my Everything You Need to Know About Dishonored Definitive Edition video, but the sheer number of killing and stealth combinations in Dishonored can keep you playing the game for months, just trying out all the various iterations of assassin that you can be. Sure, it's easier to kill everyone with a good old-fashioned crossbow bolt to the jugular, but it's much more fun to tie a spring-loaded trap onto the back of a rat, or as one creative person on the internet did, pause time, possess someone, walk them near an incinerator, and wind blast them in. That clip is from a Bethesda-made compilation of their favourite fan-submitted kill videos, FYI. Pretty cool. Dishonored will adapt to your playstyle in a number of ways, as well as having different endings that depend on whether you killed everyone or whether you maintain low chaos all the way. You'll hear different dialogue, experience difficulties in different ways, and find interesting ways to neutralize targets like having them kidnapped and put to work in a mine, and even get different achievements, including a 50 G1 for completing the game with high chaos. If you want to get everything you can out of the game, you'll probably need to play it at least 3 times. Once to learn everything as you go and have fun, once to go murder crazy, and once for low chaos. Dishonored's very title is a huge clue about one of the main themes of the game, honour, a value which is prized in Dunwall's alternate universe as much as it is in our own. Corvo has been accused of murdering the Empress and he must clear his name, through murdering his way to the top or by stealthily infiltrating society until he finds the true murderer. Honour depends so much on what others think and say about you, which is something you generally have little control over, and Corvo spends a lot of his time eavesdropping on gossip about himself and reading slanderous graffiti about himself and the people he cares about. In our own cultures, honour can be the difference between life and death, home and exile, being a member of society, and being an outcast. Here's an interesting, kind of gross fact. Whenever Corvo possesses someone in the game and then leaves their body, they blow chunks. So far, so good. But what happens when he possesses whalers, who all have gas masks on? Do they still throw up? Where does it go? Do they drown inside their bile-filled masks, or do they take them off and risk infection? Either way, that's a pretty awful way to go. My final cool thing about Dishonored is my favourite. The dev team paid so much attention to detail when making the game, and here are some of my best bits. When you hack a wall of light, a sort of flesh disintegrating gate, to kill guards instead of you, the first to pass through will be fried, and the rest will start throwing rocks to make the gate run out of fuel before passing through unharmed. The posters you can find on walls will change depending on how you took out various characters. There'll be wanted posters if you killed them and missing persons one if you didn't. I can't tell you many more because spoilers. Just play the damn game already! So there are my 7 cool things about Dishonored. There are loads more to discover just by exploring the game and trying out different ways of playing, whether that's low chaos, high chaos, or even a more creative style like killing everyone except the targets. And don't forget that Dishonored Definitive Edition has all the DLC included, so that's plenty to keep you busy until Dishonored 2 comes out next year. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed this, and let me know in the comments what your favourite Dishonored fact is. See you later, bye!